Dolores Hernandez woke up on her 80th birthday feeling different than any other morning the warm sunlight streamed through her bedroom curtains, highlighting the collection of framed photographs that told the story of her remarkable life. She had spent 45 years teaching mathematics at Benito Juarez High School, touching countless young lives while carefully saving every extra penny. She earned her modest 3-bedroom house paid off 20 years ago, held memories of raising 3 successful children as a widow. Her husband Jamie Sr. had passed away when their youngest was just 12, leaving Dolores to manage both family and finances alone, but she had done more than just manage. She had thrived that morning as she sipped her usual cup of chamomile tea in her sunny kitchen. Dolores's eyes kept drifting to the Mercedes-Benz magazine on her counter. Her grandson Miguel had left it there last week, knowing his grandmother's secret dream for decades. Dorothy had watched others drive these luxury cars, admiring their elegant lines and prestigious reputation. She had always told herself maybe someday. The previous evening Dorothy had checked her bank accounts one more time. Her investments had done exceptionally well over the years thanks to her natural talent with numbers and careful planning. The daughter of sharecroppers, she had learned the value of money early in life. While other teachers spent their earnings on vacations and fancy clothes, Dolores invested in stocks and bonds, studying the market with the same dedication she brought to her classroom. Well, she said to herself, straightening her shoulders, someday is today. Dorothy spent the next 2 hours getting ready. She chose her finest outfit, a tailored navy blue suit she had worn to her daughter's law school graduation, paired with the pearl necklace Jamie had given her on their last anniversary together. Her silver hair was perfectly styled, and she applied light makeup with a steady hand. In her large leather handbag, she carefully placed her banking documents, proof of investments, and the excellent credit score report she had printed out the night before. Before leaving, Dorothy caught her reflection in the hallway mirror. She saw not just an 80-year-old woman, but a person who had broken barriers her entire life. She had been among the first Black teachers to integrate the city's school system in the 1960s, facing daily challenges with unwavering dignity. She had earned her master's degree while working full-time and raising 3 children alone. He had put all 3 of those children through college and graduate school. You've earned this, she told her reflection firmly. The drive to Silverstar Luxury Motors took 20 minutes. Dorothy had researched thoroughly, knowing this dealership had the exact model she wanted, a silver E-Class Mercedes-Benz sedan. She had spent hours online learning about the features, reading reviews, and comparing prices. Her grandson had even printed out the current market values and dealer invoice prices, which were tucked neatly in her folder of documents as she pulled into the dealership SH's parking lot in her well-maintained but aging Toyota Camry. Dolores felt a mixture of excitement and determination. The showroom ahead gleamed with polished windows and bright lights, showcasing rows of pristine luxury vehicles. Through the glass, she could see salespeople in crisp suits moving about, attending to their daily tasks. Dorothy took a deep breath, remembering the words she had told her students countless times over the years. Your worth isn't determined by how others see you, by how you see yourself. She had saved $95,000 for this purchase, more than enough for a significant down payment or even a full cash buy if she chose. Gathering her handbag and folder, Dorothy stepped out of her Camry, standing tall despite her pot-8 frame. The click of her sensible yet elegant heels echoed across the parking lot as she walked toward the showroom entrance. The morning sun reflected off the building's glass surface, almost as if lighting her way forward. As she reached for the door handle, Dolores whispered a quiet prayer, not for courage, as she had plenty of that, but for patience. After 80 years of life, she knew well enough that some battles were still being fought, even in places as polished and prestigious as this one. But Dolores Hernandez had never been one to back down from a challenge, and she wasn't about to start now. The automatic doors slid open with a soft whoosh, welcoming her into the cool, air-conditioned showroom. Little did anyone inside know that this elegant elderly woman was about to teach them all a valuable lesson, one that couldn't be measured in dollars and cents. The Mercedes-Benz showroom was everything Dorothy had imagined and more. The floor sparkled like glass, reflecting the gleaming vehicles that stood proudly on display. Soft classical music played in the background, and the air smelled of leather and new cars. 4 salespeople were visible, 3 men and 1 woman, all Dressed in expensive dark suits, Dorothy's eyes immediately found what she was looking for. There stood in all its glory a silver E-Class Mercedes-Benz sedan exactly like the one she had researched. The price tag showed $85,000 well within her carefully planned budget. She walked over to it slowly, her heart beating a little faster as she admired its beautiful lines and elegant design. A young couple entered the showroom shortly after Dolores. They looked to be in their mid-30s, wearing casual but expensive clothes. Immediately, two salespeople rushed to greet them, offering coffee and water with bright smiles. Dolores noticed this but kept her focus on the car, bending slightly to look at its luxurious interior through the window. 15 minutes passed. During this time, three salespeople walked past Dorothy multiple times. One even brushed against her handbag while hurrying to show another car to the young couple, but didn't stop to acknowledge her presence. Dorothy remained calm, though she felt her teacher's patience being tested. She had faced similar treatment before in restaurants, in high-end stores, and even in her early teaching days. The showroom began to fill with more activity. A man in a business suit came in and was immediately attended to. A woman in yoga clothes arrived to pick up her car from service and was greeted warmly. Still, Dolores stood alone beside the silver E-Class, becoming less invisible by the minute as her straight posture and dignified presence demanded attention. Finally, after 23 minutes, Dorothy had been counting as mathematic teachers often do. A young salesman approached her. He looked to be in his late 20s with perfectly styled hair and an expensive watch on his wrist, the badge on his suit read Brad Thompson, sales associate. "Excuse me, ma'am," he said, his voice carrying a tone that Dolores recognized all too well, the kind that assumed she was lost or confused. "Are you waiting for someone, perhaps your children, or do you need directions somewhere?" Dorothy turned to face him fully, her pearl necklace catching the showroom lights. "No, young man," she replied, her voice clear and steady, carrying the authority of someone who had commanded classrooms for over 4 decades. "I'm interested in purchasing this E-Class Mercedes-Benz." Brad's expression changed quickly from polite dismissal to poorly hidden amusement. He glanced around the showroom as if looking for hidden cameras or waiting for someone to reveal